Today I'm going to be talking about what goes on behind the scenes of a manifestation. Today I'm talking about the automatic unfolding. My intention for you today is that you are able to let go of any desperation or worry about whether or not your manifestation is going to unfold, and that you also let go of any need to try and force your physical reality. My name is Kath Kyle and I lead the Hustle Less, Manifest More movement. I help conscious creators and change makers to manifest success through my dream business coaching, courses and club. And you can find details of all of those in the description below. So let's get started. What actually is the automatic unfolding? So the automatic unfolding is what happens between the time where you have impressed your manifestation on your subconscious mind to it actually appearing in your physical reality. That period of time is called the automatic unfolding. So what's actually going on behind the scenes when you are waiting for your manifestation to arrive? So there's a few things that are going on behind the scenes. There are several ways that manifestations have to occur, and these are based on your own belief system. So your own belief system says that things that appear in your reality have to appear naturally. Now you can actually change this belief system, but it's pretty hard to change because we are used to seeing things happen in our reality naturally in ways which we could have envisioned if we'd have written a big long list of 100 different ways in which I am going to get my manifestation. Then one of them is probably the way it's going to unfold. It's going to be something that doesn't seem to defy the laws of reality as you know them. So it has to happen naturally, meaning that if you are manifesting money, you're wanting more money, it's not going to suddenly start raining banknotes from the sky. If you believed it, then that could be what would show up in your reality, but it's pretty tricky to believe things that you find very difficult to believe, and therefore it's probably going to appear in one of the ways which you would expect money to appear, i.e., you've probably seen money popping into your bank account. That's almost like money raining from the sky. But we do see money popping into our bank account, so that feels natural to us. So that's a natural way that we could see money appearing. We could receive a check in the mail. We could find money on the floor. Somebody could give us money. We could win a prize. We could have a refund. There are lots of natural ways for us to get our manifestations. And why there is a delay is that things have to appear naturally to us. So it's probably unnatural for you to simply manifest a successful business making $1 million a year, and then the very next day that business pops into reality. You probably would not actually believe that that would ever happen, because you would know that you would probably have to take some kind of action to set up that business in the first place. Therefore, it just wouldn't be natural for that kind of thing to appear. So whatever feels natural to you is what is happening during the automatic unfolding. But do know that your manifestation is going to appear in the fastest way humanly possible. So if you believe that something can happen really quickly, that overnight you could have received a lot of sales into your business, then that is going to be the way that the manifestation will appear, based on the fastest route that you thought that something was actually possible for you. If you believe that something could manifest almost immediately, then that is what will appear for you as well. So if you manifested a nice sunny day and it's currently raining outside, then it could be natural for you to step outside of your house and for the clouds to part and the sun to start streaming through. That could happen almost immediately. So it just depends on what you think is natural when it comes to the speed, but it will happen as fast as it possibly can based on what's natural to you. Another thing that's happening when the automatic unfolding is taking place is you might be wavering with your thoughts. So although something will occur in the fastest way possible, if you have got your belief system all over the place, so one minute you think, I'm going to be making sales in my business, I'm making all these sales, I'm making 10 grand a month, and the next minute you're thinking, nothing good ever happens to me, I'll always be struggling with money, and you keep on having these opposing thoughts one after another, then this is what's happening during your automatic unfolding. You might get some sales coming through, and you might get a lot of days where you're not getting any sales coming through and you're really struggling with money, and you probably won't hit your overall target that you wanted because your thoughts are still wavering all over the place, and maybe you've not got a dominant thought. So whatever your dominant thought is, then that is the one that's going to unfold naturally. So things unfold naturally, and that means that whatever has to happen will happen. The definition of the word automatic is that it happens either spontaneously by itself with little or no direct human control, or without conscious thought or attention. So that is what's happening when something happens automatically. Your manifestations are happening automatically. So if manifestations unfold automatically, then does that mean that people don't have free will? Well, people only have 5% free will of their waking lives. And that means that 5% of their thoughts are able to be consciously thought about. The rest of the 95% of your thoughts and all of your actions are automatic, which means that most of your waking life is automatic, and therefore you mostly don't have free will. You don't have free will over your physical reality, but you do have complete control over creating your physical reality from your thoughts and from your imagination. So yes, it is true that other people and yourself are part of the automatic unfolding, meaning that whatever you have manifested, you will automatically take the action needed to bring your manifestation to completion. And I call this inevitable action because you don't have a choice whether or not you carry out that action. You might notice that you are taking action that you don't normally take, but you're absolutely compelled to take that action. If you are not taking action, then that means that you have not got the manifestation drilled in to your subconscious mind yet. It means that you're still wavering because you're not taking the action that you need to take. Once you have decided that this is the absolute reality for you and you are certain about it, your actions will unfold naturally. And yes, there might be actions and there might not be actions. Some manifestations happen without action and some need action. And thinking about not having free will can be very triggering for a lot of people. A lot of people don't want to believe this. But let's look at a very normal example when it comes to the topic of free will. Most people in the world really want to be healthy. They want to have a good looking body and they want to feel good. And they believe that the way to do this is to eat healthy and go to the gym. But do most people do the things that they believe they have to do to get the results that they want? No, they don't do this. Even though they believe they should do them, they really want to do them, they simply don't take the action. And why is this? Is because they are part of the automatic unfolding. They are automatically running on autopilot. They don't actually have a choice in the way their actions are conspiring against them, because it is all based on their belief systems as to how the world works. Because at some point they were told that eating cakes or whatever food you believe makes you fat and unhealthy, eating cakes makes you fat. And when they were younger, they were offered cakes all the time, and they naturally ate the cakes, because why wouldn't you eat a cake? Nobody's ever told you not to eat a cake. So they naturally ate the cake, and their belief system has no choice but to make them fat, because they are eating the cake, because they believe cakes make you fat. So they automatically have got fat, and they see themselves as a fat person, and therefore they don't see themselves as a fit, healthy, gym going person. So they don't take that action, because that's not part of their subconscious mind. It's not part of their belief system, because nobody ever told them they were a fit, healthy person, and they don't have the habits to support that. So they keep on replaying this automatic programming again and again and again to get what they don't want in life. But thankfully, we know that our thoughts create, that a lot of people don't know this. So you're very lucky that you know that your thoughts create, because you can start to create the reality that you want just by what you tell yourself in your subconscious mind, in your imagination, and it gets programmed into your subconscious mind. And that's why you also hear of some success stories of people literally transforming into a new person overnight. And this can happen for a lot of people. It's happened to me. As soon as you start believing that you are this new type of person, you suddenly get this belief that is it. I am now a healthy person. I see myself as a fit, slim, strong, healthy person, and I am a gym goer. I go to the gym every day, and they literally transform overnight. And the next time you see them, it looks like they've dropped 5 dress sizes, and they look like a completely different person. They're motivated, they're strong in their mind, and that's the kind of person that goes on to teach other people, motivate people, be a coach for other people, because they've had that massive transformation. And a lot of people who are coaches and teachers don't even realize that it was their mind that dictated their new reality. They believe that it was, and I used to be one of these people, and that was what I did for my first business. They believed that because they lost all this weight, it was down to something physical that they did in the physical environment. And that's what happened to me. And I decided that I was going to go and share these things that you can do in your physical reality to get healthy and drop the weight. And a lot of people transformed as a result, because they believed they could if they did the physical things that I was encouraging them to do. So it can work both ways, but basically it's all down to the mind. You don't need anything physical, but sometimes physical things can really help, as long as you have a belief system behind them. But the best part is that once you have that belief system in place, once you see yourself as that person that you want to be, that fit, strong, healthy person, it is much more difficult to shake off that new belief system, and it just happens on autopilot. You just go to the gym on autopilot. It's easy. You don't need to think about it. You've simply already put your gym kit on and you're out the door. You didn't even have to think, am I going to the gym? Am I not going to the gym? You just went to the gym. It's automatic. So that's why people, and me included, are a massive fan of habits, because habits are what you do when you conform to the person that you think you are based on your belief systems. So how do you know if you are in the middle of an automatic unfolding? Now, I hate to break this to you, but you are always in the middle of an automatic unfolding. Your whole life is an automatic unfolding. Now, it might not necessarily be the automatic unfolding that you wanted. So what you're really asking is, are you in the middle of your desired automatic unfolding? Now, the way to determine whether or not, basically, you're asking, are you going to get the manifestation that you want? And the answer is, it depends on what your most dominant thought and belief system is. And here's a quick way to determine what your belief system is. If I was to ask you a series of rapid fire questions around the topic of your manifestation, and you answer as fast as you can without even thinking about it, that is what your dominant belief is. So if I said to you, what's your name? Where do you live? How much money do you earn? Do you have a business? What job do you have? What house do you live in? Who is your partner? Do you have a family? What do you see yourself? Are you a positive person? Do you always get what you want? And it's your answers, your automatic answers to these rapid fire questions that determines your belief system. So you need to make sure that the answer to the rapid fire question is based on what you actually want to get. So your imagination should be much stronger than the physical reality that you see around you. It should be that you are so certain that you have what you want in your mind that when you look around you, you're really surprised you don't have it. And you're thinking, well, the physical reality must be an illusion because I'm certain in my mind I have what I want. That's the kind of belief that you need to get into. So another question you might have is, can I reverse the automatic unfolding? So you can reverse automatic unfoldings, but it is much more difficult than creating something from scratch. If something's already got momentum behind it, then it's more difficult than something that wasn't automatically unfolding. Say, for example, you have a job and you're not currently a business owner. You're not in the middle of an automatic unfolding to be a business owner because you have a job and you've probably never thought about starting a business. Whereas, and so if you want to create a belief system around starting a business, this is a new thought, a new belief, and then your automatic unfolding is probably going to be based on what you want to happen because you've consciously decided what your business is going to look like. However, if you are already a business owner and you've not had the results that you wanted, and maybe you've seen your revenue keep on declining month after month after month, you're in the middle of an automatic unfolding of a decline of your business, and therefore it's harder to reverse that automatic unfolding because the momentum's already there, because you've already built up all of these thoughts that back up your current reality. And it's not to say that you can't change it. You can change it. It's just harder. It just takes more effort and it might take longer. Whereas a brand new thought that doesn't have any weight behind it is going to unfold much more quickly. And you might also be asking, how can I speed up the automatic unfolding? Now, just know that manifestations have actually already manifested as soon as you think a thought, whether it's a new thought or whether it's a brand new thought or whether it's reversing an existing thought. Whatever your last thought was, that manifestation has already materialized, but it's in a parallel reality and you haven't yet stepped into that parallel reality. So as soon as you can step into that new reality, that's when you're going to see your manifestation, and you can take yourself out of that parallel reality or slow down getting into that parallel reality by thinking opposing thoughts. So however long it takes for you to stop thinking opposing thoughts is how long it will take your manifestation to arrive based on what is natural for you in your reality, based on your own belief systems. So speeding something up, the way to speed something up is to examine your belief systems, really journal around the topic and ask yourself questions around the belief system. How fast do I feel is natural for this manifestation to arrive? And that will tell you how quickly your manifestation is going to arrive. And that's why we see easy manifestations manifesting very quickly, small manifestations. And when I say small, I mean manifestations that we don't have any resistance to whatsoever can appear to manifest almost immediately. For example, last weekend I was lying on the sofa and I was choosing a Christmas present for myself from my family, because we choose our own Christmas presents so that we get what we want. And I was looking on Amazon and looking at board games because I really enjoy playing board games with my family. And I found a particular board game. Well, I found two that I really wanted, and I was trying to decide between them, wondering, should I just get one? I think I'll just get one board game. And I was deciding between Catan and Escape from Atlantis. And I had never discussed these board games with anyone before, or there was one Catan that I've never discussed with anyone before. I've never mentioned it to a single person ever. We do talk about board games, but we've never talked about that particular board game. And I have wanted that board game for a little while now, but it was only when I was choosing Christmas presents that it popped back into my mind, because we often play board games at Christmas. So I was lying there and I just put my phone down and I thought, I've not made a decision about this. I haven't bought anything. I haven't decided. And then my husband was on my computer and he said, "Oh, I've just bought my own Christmas present from my family this year." And I said to him, "What did you buy?" And he said, "I bought the board game Catan." And I said, "You won't believe this, but I was just about to buy that. That was going to be a Christmas present for myself, and I couldn't decide between two games." And he said, "That's amazing, because I just had the exact same idea at the same time, and I've just gone ahead and bought it." And that then made me take the decision that I was going to buy the board game Escape from Atlantis for my own Christmas present, so that I did get access to both board games, because we share everything and we play all the games together. So I got both of the board games and I didn't have to make a decision between them. So that is an example of a manifestation that can come almost immediately, and it feels like immediate. And I didn't have to take any action at all. I didn't even talk to anyone about it. I didn't move off the sofa. I physically didn't move. I didn't take any action. I didn't buy anything whatsoever. I simply had a thought that I wanted the board game Catan, and it was bought for me, well, for the family, immediately. So that is what can happen when you don't have any resistance to a manifestation. So that's what I call a booster, because it really boosts your day. It's a manifestation that appears quick, easy, and boosts your day. Whereas the transformers, the manifestations that you have a lot of resistance to and they feel big and they feel quite heavy, those are the ones that you need to do a little bit of extra work around. And I have a process to manifest these transformers, these goals that feel a lot harder, by creating reverse memories. And I have created a whole guide around creating reverse memories. So you can go and get that free guide by going to kathkyle.com/reverse memories. And there is a link to that in the description below. And I would also like to encourage you to join my Business Manifestation Club for business owners or aspiring business owners. And we go through manifestation challenges every single month. And I also give you my free reality creation journal, guide, and course that will help you to create your own reality. And you also get to ask me questions in the club as well. So I can't wait to see you in there. And I would love it if you would leave me a comment underneath my video, letting me know what your thoughts are around the automatic unfolding. Do you believe in free will? What are your thoughts about it? I would love to know. And it would be so good if you could like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And now it's your turn to go and put your stamp on the world.